Hello, social studies teachers. We wanted to update you with some information about the upcoming social studies assessment. We've broken this presentation into two parts so you can listen as long as you would like to and you can revisit any time. So the first thing that we want to clarify is what is the situation with the upcoming assessments. So there really are two sets of assessments that are coming. The first assessment is the Pearson Assessment. Pearson is the company that is writing the assessment for both science and social studies. The grades that will be tested are 4th grade, 7th grade, and high school. The elementary and middle school assessments will begin in spring of next year, which is 2014. High school will be in the fall of 2014. The PARC assessment, the Partnership for Assessment of Readiness and College and Careers assessment, is assessing the Colorado academic standards in both math and literacy. The Common Core standards are embedded into the Colorado academic standards, so de facto, those standards will be assessed. So we have two resources that we have attached for you in the email. The first is a link that will take you directly to the Pearson website so that you can look at the 4th grade and 7th grade items that have been released. High school has not been released because the state is still piloting the assessment. As soon as those items are available, we will send them to you. The second resource that we have for you is a social studies test now and then comparison, so that you can take an opportunity to look with your teammates at how social studies testing is changing and what are implications for us as teachers. We also wanted to let you know about some of the social studies supports that are available. CCAP in stages 2 and 3 has a tremendous number of resources on how to teach literacy, how to teach thinking about the Common Core, and ideas about assessment. There's also a website called Jeffco's Guide to the Common Core. All of those pieces have been vetted, so it's accurate information on what you might want to know about the Common Core. For the past few years, we've also worked on some short constructed response assessments. So they're diagnostic and text-based assessments that look much like the Pearson assessment. There's also a rubric that you can look at and use that rubric to assess the diagnostic and text-based assessments over and over again so you can get an idea of how your students are growing. We also have the opportunity this summer in an institute on June 3rd and 4th where Michelle and I will be doing a session on concept-based planning and assessment. Teachers who attend will get paid $20 an hour, and there's still room and time to register on ESS. The other thing that we have available are social studies assessment work, which is going to be June 5th, where we're going to continue to build on the assessments that we've written. We're going to build anchor papers and instructional supports. Next year, we'll continue to have scoring conferences using the short constructed response assessments. So if you're interested in attending, keep an eye out for those so that we can get our kids ready for this assessment. The first part of this presentation was really giving you some of the nuts and bolts about the Pearson assessment and some resources that might be helpful. This next section is going to talk a little bit about tools for success on the assessment. So one of the things that's in place to set our students up for success is Jeffco's curriculum, the CAP documents. It is a concept-based curriculum, and so we're looking at concepts that appear over and over again so kids can make connections regardless of the topics we use. You'll see those in the organizing concepts at the top of your pages on your planning templates. The other thing that's in place is that the skills are also spiraled throughout the curriculum. They grow in rigor, and if we use the K's, U's, and D's in essential questions, the students are going to be successful. So this 40-40-40 is another big idea that really drove the creation of Jeffco's curriculum. We have overarching essential questions, overarching understandings, and big ideas in the curriculum, so that as teachers are planning, there are breadcrumbs pointing them back to the big picture. So you can think about, what is the point of my unit? Why do kids need to understand these things deeply? What are the patterns that appear over and over in multiple topics? Using the first page of the planning template is a way to think through these ideas so that when we're planning, we're thinking about that 40-year end in mind and how we're pulling through what they already know and sending them off with a solid social studies background. Concepts also change the conversation about what learning looks like. In order for students to transfer, they must be given opportunities to ponder and make connections. This are the kind of thinking that must be nurtured so that they can do transfer tasks. If we think about the gradual release of responsibility, this is a cycle that kids need to circle through over and over again. This really has been a brief overview. As we receive more information, we will share it with you. We have great social studies teachers in Jeffco, and this assessment will give us the opportunity to really show the state how amazing our students are. And if you want to know a little bit more, come and join us for the Summer Institute on June 3rd and 4th, where we'll be going through a planning process that focuses on conceptual planning and instruction. Be sure to register on ESS. We've also included our contact information, so if you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact us. Thanks.